Spending a lifetime of hunting monsters takes its toll. There comes a time when you gotta let out that pain inside you. If you don't, it'll eat you alive.
So when's the last time you actually rode this thing?
That will be never. Well, my mom bought it for my dad for his birthday. He showed his appreciation by leaving 2 weeks later. It's been collecting dust ever since.
Ouch.
Now the gaskets, the intake manifold's shot. You hand me that 9/16?
You really know your stuff.
My mom taught me my way around an engine. I know it's intimidating, but I don't know. I could teach you too.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Don't sell yourself short. All right, let's start here. Look, so this is the manifold, right? It makes sure that the air coming into the engine gets distributed equally to all the cylinders.
Interesting. And what about this?
That's the carburetor. It makes sure the air and the gas is equally mixed.
Okay, Mr. Professor. What's this?
The front wheel? Which you know already because...
My parents taught me, yeah. The last thing you want escaping a pack of werewolves is a starter that won't catch. Your spark plug is loose.
I see that. Well, look, when you finish hunting, you should get a job here.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not really sure.
No, yeah, I didn't mean forever. I just meant until you figured out what you wanted to do.
No, I know. It's not that. It's, when I leave hunting, I may have to leave Lawrence too. I've just been thinking, and there's just a lot of old memories here, you know?
Yeah.
And...
No, I know, you don't have to, I get it. According to the article, he died of a massive brain trauma. It's as if his brain had been beaten to mush from the inside. Police have no idea what to make of any of it.
Okay, a fancy councilman with a mushy brain is tempting, but the demon Ada and I, trapped in a bonsai tree, said the Akrita have a leader running around in a human body. Seems like we should maybe find that person before they, you know, destroy the world.
I agree with Carlos.
No, going after this case could be our way of finding the Akrita. I mean, ever since they arrived, monsters from far and wide have been showing up around Lawrence, and I don't think that's a coincidence.
Plus, Samuel was also hunting the Akrita.
So focusing on them is a direct line to finding my dad.
Well, we are tied 2-2, so what do you say, Ada? Are you ready to cast the deciding vote?
Yes. Yes. No, I agree with Mary and John.
Ada Latte, you watch the door. John and Carlos, let's go.
I feel like every warehouse we enter just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I know. Come on.
Come on.
Did you know him? Who is he? It's my son.
Oh. Talking from this past weekend, but did I just hear you say that A, you're a mom, and B, the monster we're hunting is your son?
Yes.
Ada, does that mean you're a Jinn too?
I am human. Tony is half Jinn.
Why didn't you tell us any of this?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Tell a group of hunters my son is half monster.
You told us that Tony was half Jinn. Do you want to tell us about his dad?
Holly, we were from totally different worlds, but I was young. About your age, and I thought I knew everything. So, I fell in love anyway. I thought he could use his powers for good. Thought by being in people's subconscious, he could help them. Eventually, his hunger to feed took over. I tried to get the Ali I fell in love with back, but he caused so much destruction. The hunters, they found him, and... Ada, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I thought our story was over. I went home, devastated, sick from grief, and at least I thought that's what was making me sick.
You were pregnant with Tony.
I was determined to save my baby. I didn't want him to get that hunger that possessed Ali. I made decisions. There was a chance he wouldn't inherit his father's powers or urges, so yes, I hid the truth. He turned 17. The gin marks started to show, and I couldn't explain those away. And one night, he walked right into my dream, and he saw everything, including the fact that he terrified me. And he ran before I got a chance to explain to him the danger he posed to everyone else, and now here he is, and I have no idea what to do. I tried to raise him right, but it just wasn't enough.
Ada, you're human. You did your best you could in an impossible situation.
I just came to talk.
So you could distract me. So your 100 friends can move in and take me out just like Dad?
I had nothing to do with what happened to your father. I just want to help.
I don't want your help. I haven't hurt anyone. You don't believe me. You're scared of your own son?
I'm not scared of you. You are my son, and I love you.
If you loved me, you would have told me the truth. I had to figure out what I was all by myself. I couldn't control my abilities. I just leapt from dream to dream. Yeah, I fed in the process, but only enough to get by. The worst I did was give a guy a headache. Everything was fine until I started hearing this sound. So I followed it here to Lawrence, tried to do my thing here to help. But the dream I went into, there was already something else inside his mind.
What was it?
Another monster. There were some strange green lights. Somehow, it was controlling me. I got a glimpse. It was like a giant bug.
Are you sure?
I knew you wouldn't believe me. And I really don't care. This will be the last time that you hear from me. If you and your hunter buddies want to actually do some good, go find Derek Fisher. Because the monster in control said he's their next victim.
Just wait.
Oh, you really thought I'd visit you in the real world?
Please just wait, please. Just hold me. He didn't hurt anybody.
So who's dropping bodies all over town?
Frida.
What the hell's going on?
Listen, I really think it's best if you come.
Let's get you out of here, shall we? Hey, you okay?
I let him know.
All right, come on, get him. Let's go.
There's no telling how much time before the toxin takes effect.
You guys have to tie me up. I don't want to hurt you.
Hey, you got a safe word?
Shut up. Let's see.
There's got to be a way to get the Akria stingers out, right? Some way to cut off the supply of toxin.
There's a supernatural element involved. We need a supernatural brain surgeon.
You mean we need Tony?
If he can drain Mark into Barry's mind, maybe. But we'd have to find him first and convince him to help us.
He had bus tickets in his bag.
Just hear me out.
I take your Monster Hunter friends from nearby.
They know you didn't do anything, and so do I.
Then why are you here?
I came to ask for your help. I knew was wrong to lie to you about who you are, and I was even more wrong for not believing in you. I know you're not your father. You're not the worst parts of him. You're not the worst parts of me. You're my You're Tony. And you're exactly what you've always been from the moment you were born. You're perfect.
You can't just apologize and make all of this just go away.
You told me that you use your powers for good, right? Tony, let me see that before I never see you again.
So what do you think? We get the stingers out and your friend's home free?
Yes, though I don't believe they can be removed conventionally.
Because they're not just embedded in the brain. They're also embedded in her mind. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 chairs and a volunteer.
What are you? A magician?
Let's hope so. Our nightmares are rooted in trauma. They take shape in our darkest memories. Mine are about turning into my dad. The councilman, his are tied into the boiler room of his apartment as a kid. I'd follow him trying to help, and every night one of those Akrita was down there with him.
You think that's where the Akrita hid the stingers?
Where better to hide them than a place where you don't want to face? A place where your deepest, darkest fears exist.
So you're saying that Mary's gonna be hidden in the same kind of place, and you're gonna help her find them?
You don't know. She'd run from me just like the councilman did.
That's why you need a volunteer.
Someone that she recognizes. Ideally, someone she feels connected to.
John,
Well, it's gonna take all my strength to get you inside Mary's mind. Once you're in, you're gonna need to help her confront her trauma and find those stingers. That way she can destroy them.
I think the neurotoxins are working.
Alright, then we don't have much time.
Yeah, what's wrong?
I can't face it.
What do you mean you can't face it?
I can't do this.
What do you mean you can't face it? Mary, we don't have time for this. All right, the Akrita are closing in.
Maybe there's another way.
There's not another way, okay? Look, nobody would rather punch their way through these things than me, okay? Yeah, but that's not an option here. Listen to me, Mary. Hey. Look, whatever's on the other side of that door, you can face it.
I can't.
If you do not go through that door right now, you will die. Whatever's on the other side of that door. I'm right here. You can do this. Face me. I'm right here.
Well, my parents told me that the monsters I was afraid of were real. And that one day it would be my job to hunt them down and kill them. And this was the night they told me that. I was 5, John. 5. Every door to every future I could possibly had closed that night forever.
I'm sorry, Mary. Okay, no kid should ever have to go through that. Those doors are not closed forever. Just be here. In this moment. When you were 5, what you wanted to hear?
Mom and Dad told me not to be scared, but I am scared. It's okay to be scared. In fact, it's good to be scared. You can't be brave if you're never scared. I mean, seeing all those versions of myself was a lot, but thanks for being there with me, John.
Yeah. Anytime. I think that you're right. You know, when you finally do leave hunting, I think think you should leave Lawrence too. You deserve that fresh start we talked about. So, once we fix her up, she's all yours. Take her wherever you want. So, the monster signal is most likely coming from a radio tower.
Pretty sure. This is everything I can get my beautiful little hands on. Employee records, blueprints, land deals, you name it.
Wait. Roxanne.
Hallmarks are consistent with a werewolf.
We take this thing out before it can hurt anyone else. What if we miss something? The fate of the world is literally at stake.
John?
It's like we've been hunting the wrong monster this whole time.